Earlier on, I played a clip from the SABC of Dali Mpofu saying he was part and parcel of the makings of Umkhonto Wesizwe. What I knew by the time Umkhonto Wesizwe was launched in December 2022, was it 2022? 2023, I lied, 2023. By the 16th of December, I knew that it had been underground and in the pipes working for a year. But I also knew that there was a gentleman named Mcdonald Nseki, or you call him Mcdonald Matabe. He was the original, the first national organizer of Umkhonto Wesizwe. He's also, like many other leaders, like the most recent Secretary General, was booted out of the party. But he knows the story of how the MK was formed, from my understanding. He worked quite closely with former President Jacob Zuma. He joins me now on the line. Mcdonald, good morning. Former EFF, I suppose, chair, Advocate Dali Mpofu, saying that actually only he and former President Jacob Zuma knew of the MK project, that they were the only ones who kept it working underground quietly and nobody knew. You have a different understanding of what led to the formation of MK?
Good morning, Tidi, and the listeners. Thank you very much for this moment to talk to myself as well as to the nation. Look, Senior Councillor Advocate Dali Mpofu is lying. He knows very well. In fact, President Zuma never wanted him to be involved. He wanted him to remain as a lawyer. I had my one-on-one with President Zuma as we're preparing this whole thing about MK Party. I said to him, we don't have the money and we don't have anyone else that is advising us legally. At some point, we would need to bring in Dali Mpofu. And because at this point in time, we are busy mobilizing and galvanizing people around the country, let's also build the legal team that will also, assist us with some of the formalities in terms of administration, paperwork for the organization, and bearing in mind that we are coming with a name that we know very well that is associated with the ANC, and the ANC is going to come very hard onto us. It took some time for President Zuma to actually, give me the go-ahead to actually say, look, let's bring him in, let's go, let's work with him, and let's see as to how far we can go. His concern then, President Zuma, was that he is busy on his case, and he is also a member of the Red Beret, which is EFF. So here we are doing what we are doing as MK and as former members of the ANC. That is the basic foundation of MK Party, that you should be coming from ANC and understanding what the ANC was all about, so that you come and you then become a member of MK Party, because nothing is going to change. We are just moving from this side to correct what we need to correct, then eventually go back to the ANC.
To the ANC. Mcdonald, what was the understanding about the relationship between the EFF, though, and the MK? Because I posted on social media a picture of yourself with former President Jacob Zuma, with Advocate Mpofu and Julius Malema. I had an understanding at the time that there were conversations to try and either at some point the EFF must merge with Umkhonto. There's something that needed to happen, a collaboration. Dali Mpofu says that in this period, he had been working back and forth between the MK and the EFF and reporting to the EFF about developments in the MK.
When I brought in Dali Mpofu into the process, there were processes that we needed to, we needed to give each other responsibilities. I then said to Dali Mpofu, based on the vision of what we want to do with the MK Party, we have to talk to all the parties that are on the left. It was not only just EFF. That is UDM, PAC, ARETA, ACT, ATM, and all of those. That we, at some point, need to sit down with them, one-on-one, then into a group. I then said, Dali, start to phone these leaders and these comrades so that we meet them one by one, then thereafter call them to a meeting with President Zuma, so that President Zuma can give the overview of where we are going with all of this. We did exactly that. Then at the group meeting where Bantu Olomisa was there, Ace Makashule was there, Kalmi House was there, Temba Goti was represented by his secretary and his treasurer. Zungula was there from ATM. These comrades we met with them at Forest Town at President Zuma's house. I was facilitating all of those processes. And I told them that we are facilitating all of these meetings. Oh, by the way, EFF was represented by Floyd Shibambu as well as Masham.
All right.
And Dali Mpofu there was wearing two caps as the EFF as well as someone that is working with me in order to consolidate the forces from the left.
Before I let you go, very, very quickly, what do you think is at play? Did something go wrong in the agreement? Is what's unfolding the resignations of EFF leaders, is that still part of the plan, or has something else happened to the original plan?
Look, going to December 16, 2023, before the launch, I was fighting battles behind the scenes, battles that are not in the public sphere. Dali Mpofu, Duduzile Zuma, and other people, many people that the public do not know, that are around President Zuma, right? We're forcing President Zuma and pushing him to endorse EFF. And I said to President Zuma, it will be the biggest mistake that we can ever make of us just going and joining EFF. And especially on the aspect that the people are looking for a solution. If people wanted EFF, they would have voted for EFF. They would have followed in numbers. People are not doing that. There is no way that we can do that. You can announce that you are going to be joining EFF. Let's go with the route that we've agreed on with the traditional leaders, with the church leaders and other members of our society that are with us, that we are going with MK Party and that we are going to launch MK Party on the 16th of December.
All right. I'm gonna drop it and leave it there for now, though, Mcdonald. Thank you for coming on. That's Mcdonald Matabe, who is the first national organizer of the MK Party, explaining his role, that intersection between MK and EFF, and the role of Advocate Dali Mpofu. Of course, news this morning is Dali Mpofu is the latest high-profile leader of the EFF who have abandoned ship, joining, of course, the MK Party.